Okay, good afternoon everyone. That's been a bit of a strange and weird camp for many reasons. Obviously we're not the full squad and it's difficult to prepare like that. We've had our own small little problems as a team, but I'm glad those things happened, especially inside the team going into the major tournament now. We had a chance to sit together, sort things out, try and fix the issues that we have as a team. And training has been good, but we haven't been at our best as well. So I think once the team settles down this week, I think things will be better, because I had a strange feeling this week that the mood in the team hasn't been the best. But we'll sort it out and, we'll keep fighting.
Jabal from News 24. My question is to you, Ranza. At the last AFCON you spoke about that even though South Africans were not there, you felt the love and support of South Africans. What would your message be in terms of South African forgetting that with everything that has happened around this? To sort of with now the main focus being the Nations Cup?
Yeah, I think the main focus is always supporting the team and getting behind us. We know how far we've come as a team and as a country, and we can't take steps back now. So we need each other in these moments. In this time, we can only be stronger together. Let's learn from past mistakes and issues that we had that affected the team, that affected performances as well. Just give us the opportunity to go into the tournament with a clear mindset, just to go out there and give our all for the country. That's what we've been doing. But obviously the last week, there's been a lot of talk going around, and we don't need that now. All we need is the support, the love, and so that we can go out there and perform.
Obviously, you have a couple of boys who are embarking on this mission for the first time. How has it been for most of them, and especially those who are not in Cote d'Ivoire the last time, and also at least finding some of the guys coming from overseas also joining the camp?
Yeah, like I've said, it's been a weird camp for those reasons as well. That not everyone is here in camp. It's been in drips and drabs, and but for someone like Thailand, he's been here since day one, and you can see the excitement. Every day the way he's training. He's training like someone who wants to play, and that is what the right attitude to have. That's why he's part of this team. He's not here to add numbers, and he's shown his worth. And there are so many others as well. But I don't think it's sunk in yet that we at the AFCON. I think once the full squad is together, and once we're in Morocco, I think that's when we can also settle down as a team, and then you can see, obviously, shift the focus. Yes, the training has been good. There's been a lot of hard work that we've done, but you could see that something is missing, and that's probably the fact that a lot of the boys were not here in camp as well. So, but these are our lessons, and all the other teams are going through the same as well. We can be happy that we at least had, more than half of our players here. Other teams can't say the same, so we can't wait, to get that side. It's 1 week away, and it's just for us to go out there and do what we've been doing. Help the youngsters, because there's a lot of young boys now in the team. Help them, let them settle down, and let them perform.
Good afternoon, Sipho, my name is from ANC. How important is this game against Ghana? And you're also using it to gauge how far you've come with your preparations. Can I also take that market cards?
No. We're obviously using it as a preparation game to see how far we are, to test ourselves against a good opponent as well. And, it's also good just for everyone to get minutes. And obviously we haven't played a match in a long time, in over a week now, so it will be good to see the boys together. And there's also a lot of new faces and familiar faces that weren't here for a long time that's back into the team now. So it's good for the team spirit, and just for us to gel together again, because it's been a long time since you've seen someone like Rile, someone like Sian Gezana, and obviously the youngsters that are coming through as well. So we need, obviously, to give the coach the feel about his team as well, and we're going to take it serious. We've taken every game serious this last few years. That's why we've been on this unbeaten run. We don't see it as a friendly game, it's a preparation game, and we're going to treat it like that.
What does it say about your longevity that you are the only member of the squad from 2019 and one of only 8 from the last campaign in AFCON?
Making me feel old now, but yeah, it's amazing. I've been part of the Bafana setup for so long, and yet it still feels so special. Every time when there's a squad announcement, I'm still watching it on TV. I don't take it for granted that I'm the captain or I'm performing. For me, it's still an honor, and I will always treat it like that, because this was a dream of mine. And not everyone can, reach their dreams, and here I am, living my dream. So I'll make the most of it as much as I can, and yeah, it's amazing, still being here, being part of the setup, and how important I am to the team. And obviously, I have the experience as well to help the boys and tell them that AFCON is a very, very, very difficult tournament. The previous campaign, it was myself and Temba who shared our experiences, and we told the guys that it's a tough tournament. It's nothing that you experience on a daily, and they all experience that and share the same sentiments now. So now the guys who were in the previous AFCON, they are doing that on my behalf, sharing the experiences, and that's amazing.
Do you think having a South African team that's got majority of the players locally based gives South Africa a bit of an advantage as compared to other countries heading into this tournament?
There's a lot of advantages that one gets, and if I think of one now, it's having 19 players in camp this week, and I don't think the others can say the same. So maybe our preparations are a bit better than others, and obviously we know each other very well. We play against each other week in, week out. The team spirit, the camaraderie, we know each other, and most of the players are in good form as well. And I mean, this is the way the coach has been doing it over the last few years, and now adding players that are applying the trades overseas only helps, but obviously they've got the experience with playing, these pressure games every 3 days, because there's no game that will be easy. And sometimes, you can get away with that, maybe in our local league or on the continent where there's maybe a lesser team, but I can't see any lesser teams in AFCON, and maybe that is where they've got the experience with playing high profile games every 3 days. But for us, we enjoy it. That's the difference between us and anyone else. We enjoy playing these high pressure moments. For some weird reason, we just love it, and that's when you get the best out of us.
So last question for you. You have got young players like at your team who was going to the AFCON for the first time. How are you preparing their mindset going to the AFCON?
Like I've mentioned, the players that has been in the setup for a long time is making my job so much easier. They sharing their experiences with them and letting them know how difficult it is and how tough it's going to be and what you can expect that side as well. But you don't also want to say too much. You want them to experience it themselves, and that way they can grow. If there's anything important that we need to share, we will do that. But for me, I've always taken that approach that they need to experience it for themselves. They need to enjoy the ride, and I mean, I can tell them how it's going to be, but, you know, being there, it's going to be different. And in that moment, will they be ready? You know, it's all those questions. So I can't see, you know, them having any problems. They've played high-pressure games. I mean, in the last 3 months, the World Cup qualifiers has been tough, has been mentally tough, has been physically tough, but the boys pulled through. So it shows that they can, you know, compete. They can play when their backs are against the wall. Because, I mean, if we go back a few months before we played Rwanda, people started doubting this team again. They said, yeah, maybe they'll let it go, maybe they won't qualify, maybe they're not strong enough. And then we went out there and proved everyone wrong once again. So it's good to have all of them here. All of them have played at the highest level. They will only grow. This will only help the country, especially going forward, looking into next year as well.
Thank you, Rosa. Training, coach will stay with us.